beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Rook, and today we're breaking down one of the most important yet challenging aspects of game design: balancing and tuning mechanics. If you've ever felt a game was unfair, too easy, or just frustrating, it probably had some balancing issues. But what does balancing actually mean, and how can we, as game designers, get it right? Let's dive in. Game balance is about ensuring that no single mechanic, weapon, character, or strategy completely dominates the game. Whether you're working on a shooter, strategy game, or RPG, balance makes sure that different options remain viable and fun. Meanwhile, tuning is about refining the numbers, adjusting damage values, speed, cooldowns, and more to create the right level of challenge. To put it simply, balancing is the big picture, how all the mechanics interact. Tuning is the fine detail, adjusting values so the gameplay feels just right. Let's look at how these work in real game design. But before we go deeper, remember that balance is not a one-size-fits-all concept. What works for one game may not work for another. Good balance means three things: fairness, fun, and flexibility. If one mechanic is too strong, the game becomes unfair. If everything is equal but boring, it's not fun. And if the best choice is always obvious, there's no flexibility. Let's see how this works in real games. The idea is not to create a perfectly balanced game, but to create a balanced experience that feels rewarding and challenging. In Overwatch, no single hero should dominate. Each has strengths and weaknesses that counterbalance one another. If a single hero becomes too powerful, the game falls into an unbalanced meta where everyone feels forced to play the same way. Balancing doesn't mean making everything identical. It means ensuring a variety while keeping every option viable. If one strategy or character is always the best, the game loses depth. So, how do we fix it? One of the best ways to balance a game is through data. Track how often different weapons, characters, or skills are used. If one is clearly outperforming the others, it may need tweaking. Many competitive games like League of Legends use win rate analysis to find overpowered elements. However, data alone is not enough. Context is key. Numbers only tell part of the story. Sometimes a weapon might be statistically fair but still feel bad to use. That's why playtesting is critical. Watching real players interact with your game reveals issues that numbers alone can't show. Feedback loops control how the game adjusts to player skill. Positive feedback loops reward success, making strong player even stronger. Negative feedback loops help losing player catch up. In Mario Kart, player in last place get better power-ups. This is a negative feedback loop that keeps races competitive. Properly tuning feedback loops can make a game feel dynamic and engaging. Tuning is all about the details. In Bloodborne, every attack has a carefully balanced stamina cost and animation time. If attacks were too fast or cost too little stamina, the game would be too easy. If they were too slow or expensive, it would feel frustrating. So how do you tune mechanics effectively? Here are some best practices. Before tweaking numbers, establish a reasonable starting point. If you're designing a weapon, compare its damage, speed, and cost to other weapons. Set values that make sense before fine-tuning. It's important to avoid paralysis by analysis. Don't get stuck in the numbers. Start with logical assumptions and build from there. Avoid making drastic changes all at once. If a character moves too slowly, don't double their speed. Try small increases instead. Tuning is about precision. Players will find unintended strategies. A weapon might seem balanced in normal play, but be broken in certain situations. Always test for edge cases. This is especially important in multiplayer games, where player creativity often leads to unexpected tactics. Balancing and tuning a game isn't a one-time task. It's an ongoing process. Every update, Every new feature and every piece of player feedback can affect the balance. The best designed games are those that continuously refine their mechanics over time. Competitive games like Super Smash frequently update character balance based on player feedback. Adjustments keep the game fresh and fair, preventing any one character from dominating. Now it's your turn. What games do you think are perfectly balanced? Have you ever played a game that felt unfair? Let me know in the comments. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more game design breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.